Welcome to Kaumudy Global. Pinarayi Vijayan becomes in-flight target next after Arnab Goswami. I'm Anjana and let's go into details. Only stand-up comedian Kunal Kamra's attempt to humiliate journalist Arnab Goswami on a flight on January 28, 2020 comes close to what the two Youth Congress members did inside a flight carrying Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan on Monday. The domestic airline involved, Indigo, is the most obvious similarity. The other is that, despite the fact that one of the two Youth Congress workers was wearing a black shirt, neither Kamra nor the two Youth Congress workers generated any real suspicion of causing disturbance on the plane before they boarded. The police had certainly stopped one of the Youth Congress activists because of his black attire. But he said that they were traveling to Thiruvananthapuram to visit a relative at the Regional Cancer Center and he was cleared on humane grounds. Beyond everything, both Kamra and Youth Congress workers were attempting to disgrace high-profile figures. If journalist Arnab Goswami was Kamra's goal, Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan was the target of the Youth Congress. According to reports, Kamra was enraged by Goswami's disrespectful treatment of Rohit Vemula, a PhD scholar at Hyderabad University who committed suicide in 2016 during the television talks. Fardeen, the Mattanur block president, and Nivin Kumar, the Kannur Youth Congress district secretary, went after the Chief Minister demanding his resignation. Kamra's and the Youth Congress workers' styles but contrasted in other ways. Kamra started to annoy Goswami even before they took off, whereas the Youth Congress volunteers began shouting slogans after the plane landed in Thiruvananthapuram. Here, I'm asking coward Arnab Goswami questions about his journalism and he is doing exactly what I'm expected him to do. He is being a coward, Kamra is heard saying. He is not answering my questions. Viewers today want to know if Arnab is a coward or a nationalist, Kamra says. He provokes him without allowing him to respond. Are you a coward or are you a journalist? Kamra continues saying the same thing again and over. Arnab, with his dark sunglasses and earphones, sits calmly, peering down at what appears to be a cell phone or a laptop, as if trying to solve some tough puzzle. This is for Rohit Vemula's mother, whose caste he had discussed in his show, Kamra tells Goswami. He uses a derogatory term for Goswami's show, claiming that he was willing to go to jail for saying it. He asks him to read Rohit's 10-page suicide note in order to transform into someone with a heart. The two members of the Youth Congress were unable to approach the Chief Minister. It's unclear whether they were even able to meet with the Chief Minister. The viral video shows two guys coming down the aisle from the front row to the back row, maybe towards the Chief Minister, shouting Chief Minister should resign slogans. Unlike Goswami, these two men were met with force rather than indifference. E.P. Jayarajan, the LDF convener who was accompanying the Chief Minister, approached them and forced both of them down into their seats. They didn't fight back. Instead, they complained about how they were being beaten up for merely shouting slogans. After humiliating Goswami, Kamra apologized to each member of the crew individually as well as both pilots for the inconvenience he had caused. He stayed on the plane until the last passenger disembarked. The members of the Youth Congress were seized by the CISF, Central Industrial Security Force, which is responsible for airport security, before they could say anything else. Goswami had previously described Kamra as mentally unstable. E.P. Jayarajan leveled more serious charges against the members of the Youth Congress. He claimed they were intoxicated and would have attacked the Chief Minister if he hadn't intervened. They were so intoxicated that they couldn't even properly mouth their slogans. Jayarajan subsequently told the reporters, "It is unclear what action will be taken against the two Youth Congress workers at this time. Indigo has placed a 6-month ban on Kamra. Passengers on Indigo were also cautioned not to engage in personal slander while on board, since this could jeopardize the safety of fellow passengers." Because Goswami was known to be connected to the BJP, Hardeep Singh Puri, the then Union Minister for Civil Aviation, advised other airlines to follow suit. Offensive behavior intended to provoke and cause disruption within an aeroplane is completely inappropriate and puts passengers' safety at risk. We have no choice but to advise other airlines to put similar limitations on the individual in question, said the minister. Air India soon followed suit and barred Kamra from flying on any of their flights till further notice. According to reports, the two Youth Congress workers have already been issued non-bailable sections by the police. This is Anjana signing off. Do like and share this video. For further updates, subscribe to Kaumudy.